Hello, my lovelies. Good morning from the Queen's Curry Kitchen. We are live here making some vegan Indian food for all of you. And you tell me, what are you in the mood for? Or should I just tell you what's on the menu today? Well, I'm going to cook along with you one dish which is called peas with potatoes, and I'm doing a curry. So let's do that first, and then I'll show you what else I'm making. So this is a tempering that I started for the curry. It's oil, to which I added some cumin seeds and some ginger garlic paste, and I also added some onions. Now for any deep rich curry, you must brown the onions, so this step is quite critical. So these onions have been going for a while. So these are the onions that are browning, and the more you roast or saute your onions, the deeper, the darker, the richer your curry is going to be. So in the summertime we tend to do lighter gravies, and in the winter time the food is a little more hearty and kind of like it gives your soul a hug when you dig into a nice bowl of well-made curry. So these are onions. I think they are screaming for the next step. The next thing that goes in are fresh tomatoes. It's kind of hard to do this with one hand. And I have to make 6 portions of this, so I will be adding about 3 to 4 ladles full of fresh tomatoes. And to give the curry a nice thickness, I will also be adding tomato puree to accent the tartness. And also at this time of the year, the tomatoes are not exactly very flavorful, so it always helps to take a little help from tomato puree. Now again, if you've seen my videos and you know the rules, you know that as soon as we add our tomatoes, we are going to go ahead and add our Himalayan pink salt. So let's just go ahead and do that. So your salt for the entire dish should go in as soon as you add the tomatoes. It just helps to break everything down. Hello Tim, good morning Sushma ji. Welcome to Queen's Curry Kitchen. Thank you for joining me today, I appreciate it. And then you're going to give it a good stir. Give it a good stir, and you can see that as your tomatoes break down, I'm going to turn down the heat just a little bit, it's getting too hot. Thank you. As the tomatoes break down, it starts to form a nice paste-like consistency. So I know that this is also the time to add some of my other spices, which at this time are going to be coriander powder, good coriander powder, and also some dry fenugreek herbs. These are dry fenugreek leaves, and it's an herb. If you've ordered the masala box from Queen's Curry Kitchen, you already have all these spices at your disposal. So you could be making this in your home. Of course, you wouldn't be making as many portions, but this is exactly how you would make it at home. You already have the spices. You're good to go. This is done. So I'm going to give this a minute. I'll add a little bit of water just to help the spices move along a little bit. I will also add some good old turmeric, immuno boosting turmeric, right? That's it. So the reason why we add a little bit of water along with this is that it gives your spices enough time to boil down into the curry and it doesn't burn them. So they're well incorporated. I'm going to let this simmer for a few minutes. Let me just show you quickly what else we are making here. This is a red lentil curry. See that? So this has already been tempered with onion, garlic, ginger, lots of ginger, and fresh tomatoes and cilantro. So that's here. Shanaz Shahid, welcome, assalamu alaikum. Welcome to the Queen's Curry Kitchen. I'm also making some spinach with chana dal, which is Bengal gram. So this is another dish that I'm making. This is probably one of the few dishes that doesn't need your onions to be caramelized, but it's an absolute favorite for my husband's side of the family, and he is Sindhi, so this is like their staple dish, loved by all. Ideally, it's paired with an onion pilau. Okay, I'm going to jump right back to this, give it a quick stir, and add a little more water again. Hi Nandini, how are you? Welcome to Queen's Curry Kitchen. We are making aloo matar, right? Yes. Okay, and here is, I'm using a bag of frozen peas. For 6 portions, I'm going to use an entire bag. That's going to go in. Kind of hard to do it with one hand. But what do I not do for the love of my peeps, right? Here. Okay. Give it a good stir. So you can see it's completely frozen. And once you put it in here, you want to cover it. Add a little water and cover it so that it'll get nicely softened from the steam. You're so welcome, Nandini. I enjoy sharing it with all of you because you are the people that inspire me to keep doing new things, to keep bringing new flavors to your screens, and I hope that it inspires you to get in the kitchen more and cook more healthy, happy meals for your family. So I'm gonna cover this, and let me also show you one other dish that I'm making. This is the first time I've made it on my weekly menu. I'm gonna come down the heat a little bit. It's kind of flaring up. You can take this. So this dish is called gobi kadai, and it's very interesting because it's actually cauliflower that is being made with bell peppers, tomatoes, lots of ginger, lots of turmeric. See that? I was on Instagram when I started this dish, and we've been about 7 or 8 minutes into it, and the cauliflower is already softening up. You can cut right through it, and all this goodness that you see here, it smells incredible. I am going to go ahead and add some Indian curry powder and garam masala, and that should be it for this dish. For the peas, I'm going to be using pre-boiled potatoes. I don't know if you can see, hold on. I'm going to be using pre-boiled potatoes only because it's a time factor. So I've boiled the potatoes and I've cut them into chunks, but there's still a little bit of give in them. Okay. It's not fully cooked, so that when it simmers away with the peas, it'll also get nicely incorporated. But you can make the same dish with raw potatoes. You just have to adjust the cooking time to make sure that your potatoes and peas are cooked at the same time. Okay, I'm going to jump right back here and see what the scoop is. I guess we have to keep adding water so that it doesn't stick to the bottom of the pan, right? And then I'll add enough water to actually drown all the peas, because this is supposed to be a curry dish. So I will add more water so that it will feed 6 portions, and then I will add the potatoes. I will adjust the seasoning because potatoes are starches and they soak up a lot of salt. I will adjust my seasoning, and then I will cover it back up so that it simmers away and all the flavors are well incorporated. So that's my story for today. I do have to still make a bangan bharta, and I have to make a pav bhaji, which I will be making right after this. But for whatever you saw, I hope it brought you some inspiration, and I hope that you will get in the kitchen. Now, you know, people say happy meal, happy meal. What you get in McDonald's is not a happy meal. I mean, I'm sure there's a clientele for that, but this is a happy meal. The food that your mom used to make for you, that your grandma used to make for you, and when you come home at the end of the day, that's the food that gives you a big hug and says, you know, hey, I'm happy to see you back home, and this is what I cooked up for you. So you know what? With that, I'm going to send you a lot of love, and I hope that you'll continue to cook in your kitchens, to put out, you know, small little homemade treats on your family table, because families that dine together shine together. You already know that. I will catch you soon again in the next one. Until then, be blissful, be flavorful. And if you want to see any recipes, do send me a message or drop it in the chat below and let me know what else you would like me to make for you. If you want to take one of my classes, all the information is on queenscurrykitchen.com. The spices, the cookbook, it's all there, honey, and I'm there for you as well. If you have any questions, you can always reach out. I hope you guys are having a blessed week, and I will see you soon in the next one. Until then, goodbye and be safe out there. Bye-bye.